together, how long will we live in simplicity? Lift up our minds, world peace. Open our hearts for unity. Let our minds be free. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What a way to save this world. Oh, if we free our minds. Oh, what a way to stop all this killing and drugs, y'all. It's if we free our mind.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Front Porch here on WBOK. What New Orleans is talking about all day long. I'm your host, Kimber White Dupree, and on the other side of the glass is Jared. It is Friday, July 31st, the final day in July 2026, and it's also Free Your Mind Friday, so get your brass up. Join us here on the front porch and grab yourself a comfortable chair, a mug or a tumbler of your favorite frosted or steamy adult beverage, and mind your manners. Say good morning and sit a spell with us here on the front porch as we cruise the news with a New Orleans focused scope. And yes, we are home. You can get us on 504-582-9422. And we are on the historic campus of Xavier University, located at the foot of the overpass on Norman C. Francis Parkway. www.wbok1230.com, or join us in our Facebook community on Instagram and or YouTube, because it is what? Free Your Mind Friday. Get your brass up. If it's been bothering you throughout the week, today, if you got something on your mind and you want to get it off your chest, holla at your people. Hello, Elwin.
Good morning, Kim, and how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty good. Had some. I had a special request made to my producer for some good music, and he did a great job in his selection. So I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself?
I am doing great. Yesterday I called y'all from the doctor's office, remember?
Yes.
Well, they're going to put me through the water therapy.
Okay.
So
So how does that go?
it's going to be like a pool therapy. It's going to be like water, like I forgot what they call it. It's going to be like almost like physical therapy, but you're going to have to go, your legs have to move through the water.
So they're gonna give you like some resistance training in the water.
Yeah, and it's supposed to be some strength. And the water's supposed to strengthen up my legs. It's like walking in a swimming pool.
Okay. Okay. So you excited about that?
Oh yeah, yeah. The only thing about it, the doctor put it in, but he told me he have to wait until he had to put me on the list because there's a long waiting list.
Oh, so a lot of people are in need of doing some resistance
Yeah,
in the pool.
I'm doing fine. Otherwise, he told me the legs are healed. It's still healing, and they looked at it yesterday. It's not swollen as it was, so the swelling has come down.
Okay, I got you. What you gonna do this weekend? You got concerts queued up?
I might have a concert look at. I might look at. I was talking about looking at the Aretha Franklin movie. I never did check that out, but I might check it out this weekend.
Okay. If you
I
have
know
Hulu, check check out The Devil Wears Prada 2. I watched that this morning.
the what? The
The
devil.
Devil Wears Prada 2. It's the second.
What that's about?
Fashion and, you know, foolishness, but it's a good time.
Okay,
It's
sounds
a good time.
good. Sounds good. What you gonna do this weekend?
I have a busy weekend, per usual. My let's see. This weekend is the jazz is the Satchmo Fest
Yeah.
at the Mint. My daughter is going to dance. I might dance. I also have a student that I gotta see tomorrow, and my son is playing like extra gigs this weekend. So yeah, my weekend's gonna be busy per usual.
Well, that's good to hear.
Hmm.
Um, and I just might check out the movies. I got several movies might check out. I got Aretha Franklin. I got the Ray Charles movie. I got the Muhammad Ali movie. And I got quite a few movies
Okay.
to check out. So
No concerts. You don't have any concerts queued up?
I might have a few concerts lined up. Might look at the Pointer Sisters.
Huh.
Got them in concert.
Yeah, and you gonna fill us in on it on Monday, right?
Yeah, for the Pointer Sisters.
Say
Oh
again.
yeah, for the Pointer Sisters.
Yes.
Yeah. That's when they was. Root is the only one living.
Yeah. It's a cycle of life. I mean, people are passing away who are older than we considered that they were, and it's always a shock. Like I didn't know you were that old unless they were ill. But yeah, it's a shocker. But yeah, a lot of people are transitioning because we can't live forever.
No, that's why you got to enjoy the time you're here.
Absolutely.
But I'm saying this: Root is the only one living out of all them sisters,
I know. That's
and
something.
She the one did the cocaine.
Is she?
Yeah, she did cocaine.
Mm. Well, that's something. That's something.
I don't know what the other sisters did now to cause them. I know one died of breast cancer, and the other one died from something else, and the other one died from a heart attack.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know, what their circumstances were. But I was surprised to hear Ruth is still living, and she's living. She outlived them all.
Yeah, well, I'm sure she's grateful.
Outlived the mama too.
She's grateful for that. We gotta take this break though, okay, Elwin?
All right, now I'll talk to you Monday.
Or you can give us a call later if you so desire.
Okay, I'll call you back.
All right, I'll talk to you later.
Bye, Kim.
Bye, Elwin. You're listening to The Front Porch here on WBOK, what New Orleans is talking about all day long.
Late nights are made for chillin', and you can do just that every Sunday night at 10 p.m. as DJ Wick brings you The Love Zone. It's the perfect way to top off your weekend with your favorite old and new school ballads. So sit back, relax, and let DJ Wick take you to the Love Zone on WBOK and on the World Wide Web at WBOK1230.com.
Good Friday morning. I'm Daryl Forges with WDSU News, and here's your headlines. The New Orleans City Council is looking at what changes to make to the Sewage and Water Board. It comes as they'll gain authority over the embattled utility at midnight. At a committee meeting on Thursday, they voted to require the board to provide an annual emergency preparedness plan and a 5-year forecast of projects. And a separate item, the committee voted to direct the board to look into whether the utility needs both an executive director and a superintendent. The council is also requesting an audit of the utility's finances. All of these items will now have to be approved by the full council and will be on the agenda for the meeting next week. Several laws are set to take effect tomorrow, from balloon bans to owning in on hazing and banning debit card fees. Act 196 bans the outdoor release of balloons during memorials, celebrations, and other events. The Caleb Wilson Hazing Prevention Act puts in place mandatory annual training, reporting tools, and stiffer penalties. It comes after the hazing death of Southern student Caleb Wilson, and Act 751 bans retail businesses from imposing surcharges on purchases made with debit cards. A company that tracks defendants' release from jail says it's pulling out of Orleans Parish. The Assured Supervision Accountability Program says it could begin removing ankle monitors tomorrow, blaming a breakdown with criminal court judges. The company sent a letter to the city saying judges will need to hold hearings and decide whether each defendant should be moved to another provider given new bond conditions or returned to custody. I'm Daryl Forges, and that's your headlines for WBOK. Have a great day.
Calling all Gerttown community members. Join us Sunday, August 2nd, 1 to 4 p.m. at Xavier University's University Center, 1 Drexel Drive on the 2nd floor. Come enjoy gumbo, desserts, beverages, finger foods, raffles, and activities for the kids. You will also have the opportunity to share your thoughts about food access in Gerttown. We hope to see you there.
This is The Law in Your Legacy. I'm attorney Pete Hamilton.
I'm attorney Ryan Hamilton.
Losing a loved one is tough enough. Do you really want your family dealing with court battles and paperwork on top of it?
Whether you choose a will or a trust, think ahead. Take care of your family. Let them focus on healing instead of headaches. This is not legal advice. That's just a tip brought to you by Liberty Bank and Trust. For more information, go to libertybank.net or contact us at 504-915-5016.
This is Andronika Morris, host of Put Housing First. Join us every Tuesday at 12 o'clock, where we will discuss how housing affects every aspect of our lives and what's necessary, what's needed to guarantee housing for all. Join us every Tuesday at 12 o'clock as we dig down deep onto the issues that affect all of us.
Making a difference in the community. WBOK 1230 AM. You're on the front porch with WBOK 1230
Welcome back to the Front Porch here on WOK. I'm your host, Kimber White Free, and on the other side of the glass is Jared on this Free Your Mind Friday. If you got something on your mind, you want to get it off your chest, give us a call here at 504-582-9422. This is the last day of July. Leo season is still in full effect, and I'm loving it all. I'm receiving all the gifts. Ready and prepared. 504-582-9422. Hello, Pam.
Good morning, baby. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you this morning?
I'm good. Look, Kimber, I've got a concern about what's going on with this ankle monitoring company leaving New Orleans.
Mm-hmm.
I'm concerned about that because I think that I'm praying that crime doesn't go up, but this doesn't sound good at all.
Well, can I tell you something?
Please
The ankle
do.
monitoring service, a lot of those ankle monitors were offline
Don't work
anyway because it wasn't working anyway. So I don't know that's gonna be a big thing.
Oh,
Even
my
because
goodness.
most of them, first of all, I let me say this: I work in mental health also, and half of those things don't be charged, so they can't get no read on them. They get the last place that it was, so I can't say that the service was doing its job anyway. So and then people were able to get them off and then put them on other people so they could stay.
Oh, Lord.
Let me tell you. So in my opinion, I mean, tomato. It is. I don't know that that's gonna make a big difference. So don't fret yourself.
All right, sweetheart. Well, thank you for that information.
Absolutely. How was the popcorn?
Oh, good. That kind of good. Me and honey, and I have some in the car with me right now. I can only, eat a little bit at a time. But it's so fresh and tastes so good. You can taste the sweetness and the butter. I really enjoyed it, baby. Thank you so much for the gift.
Yes, you're so welcome. You're so welcome. Say shout out to Mini Chocolates.
Shout out to Mini Chocolates.
There
I gotta
you go.
find you. Where they at, Kimber?
She does not have a brick and mortar, but she is online. I'll find it for you, and I'll give you that. I'll give you her info, how you can get in touch with her. She does all kind of stuff: chocolate covered strawberries and pretzels, and I mean, you name it. Chocolate covered Oreos, anything that'll probably run your blood sugar up. She could do it.
That's what I'm saying. But every now and then, I can take me a little pinch, but you have to realize how far you should go with this.
Yeah.
And I've just been enjoying it. I get me a little handful, and I put the bag back up. Honey will get him a handful, put the bag back up, and that's it for the whole day. And then we look forward to the next day for our little snack.
Absolutely.
All right, my baby. I'll talk to you soon.
All right. Talk to you soon. Talk to you later.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Yes, indeed. I see your comments in the chat. I'm gonna say good morning to our good folks. Good morning, Miss Joyce. Good morning, Chuck Hunt. And who turned 80 years old today? Your dad or your mom? We want to shout out the right person. Also, hello to Sean Gill. How are you? How is Australia? How's the weather there? Good morning, Martin Curley. Good morning to Jackie Wilmore. Good morning, DiCaprio. And good morning, Cam. Hey, Soror. I spent some time with some Sorors yesterday. Impromptu. We had a quick breezy brunch get together for a little while yesterday. But yeah, it was a good time. I can't wait to see you next weekend. Also, yes, DiCaprio, Dr. Fauci has taken the fifth. The man is 85 years old. The political arena is not a real place. We have political circus that's going on, a political theater rather, that leans more toward being a circus going on. It's a mess. And to the fact that you have people in prominent places cussing in the hearings is wild to me. But that same guy, and I'm going to get his name, his daughter has filed a domestic violence charges against her husband and all that smoke he had for the 85-year-old, he don't have nothing for the buster that beat his daughter. Is insane. That is the same kind of posturing that gets nothing done. You mean you want to tussle with an 85-year-old, but you don't want to tussle with somebody that knocked your daughter's head between the washer and the dryer? If you don't go to hell, that is so stupid. But yeah, he pled the fifth. I mean, the president did it. The guy who was supposed to give the stimulus, he did it. And speaking of money, did y'all see Robert Goofy Garble Mouth Kennedy is talking about y'all don't need no steak. Get liver. Yeah, groceries are high. Get liver. The world is not the world. The United States is not a real place right now, and our leadership is trash. The leadership of the state right now, trash. And the craziness about it all is, as long as people with money and or the skin color that they identify with, in many cases, does not do any benefit, they're not making good choices, and they're not making good choices on our behalf. But here we are. It's the way of, or as the United States turns, we are the laughing stock, and that is insane. Sean, you said it's been kind of chilly in Australia. How does that work? It's like almost hell here in New Orleans. How is it chilly in August? Well, tomorrow in August in Australia. How does that work? I've never been, so let me know. Good morning, Lori Weber. How you doing this morning? Shout out to my good sorors. Yesterday again, we had a breezy brunch, and we had a good conversation preparing for next week's events. If you have not attended the Jazzy Jean brunch put on by the Alpha Beta Omega chapter of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, the tickets are sold out, but it is a good time. I can't wait to get out and hug on, love on my sorors, and see people that I haven't seen. It's another situation of a big family reunion, if you will. Many of the other Black Greek letter organization members come to the brunch, as well as other community leaders. And it's going to be a good time. It's always a good time. I need to figure out my footwear, because as I get older, I don't feel like a 3-inch heel is going to get it. I don't feel like I'm going to do that for like 3 hours. But it is well. It is well. Cam said it's okay for them to take the fifth, but not anyone else. Yes. Thanks to Dave Chappelle for his interpretation of the word. 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth. Fifth. For sure. Yeah. That do as I say and not as I do situation didn't work out for many parents, and it's definitely not working out for this government, who is saying, hey, take it up the tail and deal with it. Even though they are doing well, they are capitalizing on monies by way of our taxes. They're telling us, oh, grocery too high? Okay, suck it up. Oh, don't worry about that. Don't worry about that stimulus. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. It's whatever. So, I mean, it be your people that you chose to lead us, and that's where we are. Yes, happy early birthday, Lori. I hope that you will be having the time of your life this weekend. 504-582-9422. What up, Josh?
What's happening, Kimber?
What's popping? What you call me this time?
Kimber.
No, okay. You're gonna add endings, right? Each call.
Yeah, I'm trying to find my niche.
That's all right. What was the number one answer on Trivia Tuesday?
Go to hell.
So you were saying?
Yeah, man. This week was all right until I heard news a friend of mine's child killed themselves. But I heard.
Oh no! I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah. You gotta talk to your kids and talk to everybody, man. That stuff don't look like it doesn't look as they don't look depressed when they do that stuff.
No, not at all. I have a schoolmate who stepped in front of a train. Yeah, so like mental health, when we talk about go see about yourself, when you can't look people in the eyes and see whether or not they okay, yeah, absolutely. Is depression is real. And
Yeah,
I'm
I feel
sorry,
bad
so
for her.
sorry to hear that.
Yeah, I feel bad for her, man. She adored that little boy. She adored him.
Mm.
I don't know if he never felt love, but I don't know how he didn't.
You'd be surprised. You know, when we talk about mental health and mental health care, like I've shared with you guys um of the diagnosis that I've received, and y'all watch me literally go through the depression after my dad died, and then the 3 deaths that happened right after it. And had I not been here, I don't know how well I would have done with shouldering it. It literally was the community who helped me get through it. And people not seeing me post anymore that was like, "Are you okay? Let me come and see your face. Let me put my hands on you." Like that is yeah. Yeah, you just never know. You never know.
You never know. So it's kind of like a somber end of the week with that. Like, darn, didn't want to hear that.
Yeah. So you is somebody here or somebody out where you are?
Nah, somebody from New Orleans, but they live somewhere else though.
Okay.
They live somewhere else.
Condolences
Man,
to
that
the
hurt. I'm like,
family.
damn it.
Condolences
I'm like,
to
I don't
the
know what
family.
to tell them. I don't know what to tell a person in that situation. I suck at cheering people up when it's a sad situation like that. I suck at it.
To be honest,
I can't
trying to cheer them up, you may even do more harm. You know.
Yeah.
I'm sorry for your loss. My prayers are with you. If I can offer you an ear, is pretty much the best things you can say to somebody that's going through that, because I tell you what I did not enjoy hearing after my mother and father died. Oh, they're in a better place. No, the better place was here with me.
With me.
What are you saying? And
you trying to say I ain't that dude.
Right. So prayers to the family and condolences to you for because the community grieves when we lose people. But losing like that is like, what could I have done?
Like that.
Yeah, what could I have done?
You see somebody you mess with hurt like that, it hurts.
Yeah.
that hurts. Like, damn. I felt bad. Like, oh my God.
Well, guess what, Josh? We're gonna be in your city.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Coming by train. By the time you come by train, I've been moved back to New Orleans.
I'd like to see that. That would be pretty interesting to see you back here. You going back to where the show people are?
My whole neighborhood was average height, Kimber.
Was
the
it?
Whole neighborhood.
What
just
happened
because
to
you are
above
a woman's standards.
I'm not. I'm really not tall for a girl.
It's not your height. It's your attributes. You got WNBA feet. All right. And your hands can open pickle jaws.
Yes, I do. I do.
I know. Your hands can open pickle jaws.
It makes people think on whether or not they want to tussle with me. So I like all of that.
It just doesn't seem romantic when you got to get somebody your husband's eye. He's like another dude is doing it. It doesn't feel romantic. So I'm like, if I was him, I will always tell you, I got it.
He does just fine. His hands and feet are bigger than mine, and that was the prerequisite.
It better be. It has to be. If not, you automatically deemed the man of the family. You automatically deemed the man of the family. If you had bigger feet and bigger hands, yes, sir.
You are hilarious.
Your husband.
Yeah.
So, hey, bro, you throw 2 at me, I'm throwing 4 back.
Well, you make sure you go say hello to the Peppermint Guild, the Lollipop Guild, and the Honey Crunch.
All my people.
They are.
I am not that. I don't know how short you think I'm not that short. Don't do me that.
I don't know, Josh.
I still could reach things higher than you.
With an extender, I know you can.
No, I'm a tad bit taller.
On your tippy toes.
Okay. All right, but just make certain if we do see each other, don't be wearing sandals. I'm coming at you.
It's okay. I stay with tennis shoes. I'll never have to get ready.
Okay, just keep your hands up, sir.
I said
keep
no
your
problem.
Hands up.
No problem.
I'm swinging for the fences.
Again.
Swinging for the fences.
Do you see the size of these things? Listen, and I'm pretty agile. I can get my foot to your face. Listen, we gotta take this break.
Right.
That was fun. That was some good back in the classroom ribbon. We're gonna holler at you in a little bit. All right, Josh, we gotta take this break.
All right.
Later.
All right, bye.
You listen to the Front Porch here on WBOK. What New Orleans is talking about all day long.
This is your news update for WBOK from WDSU. For all your news and weather, watch WDSU News, New Orleans' leader in live, local, late-breaking news. Today at noon and 4 p.m.
Another heat advisory is in effect today. Highs reach 92 to 95, filling up to 110 degrees. A few stray showers are possible throughout the day, but less than half of us will see rain. Tonight, lows fall to 74 to 80 degrees. A few stray showers possible Saturday with highs 92 to 94, but again, Saturday mostly staying dry. For Sunday, though, much better chance for rain, especially in the morning. For the WDSU First Warning Weather Center, I'm Raven Richard.
Missed a show? Want to hear that guest everyone's talking about? WBOK is now streaming on all your favorite podcast apps. Just search WBOK Media, hit download, share with a friend, and don't forget to rate your favorite shows 5 stars. Because when our voices are heard, our impact grows.
Climate Hope NOLA presents this month's climate keyword, adaptation. Climate adaptation means preparing our communities for stronger storms, hotter days, flooding, and rising water. That means planting trees, restoring wetlands, protecting homes, and helping families recover stronger after disasters. In New Orleans, resilience is part of who we are and how we survive. Learn more, stay informed, and take action with Climate Hope NOLA. Visit Team Hope NOLA on Instagram to learn more.
Greetings and salutations. I am Edward B. Coulon Smith, chairman of the board of the New Orleans Region Black Chamber of Commerce. We'd like to invite you to tune in every Wednesday at 12 noon on WBOK to listen in on Black to Business and be a part of the movement that's going on. Thank you.
Did you hear the news? Dr. Clark's 101 The Living Classroom has a new time. Catch us now every Wednesday at noon. Same program, same great conversations. Just a new time. So catch Dr. Clark's 101 The Living Classroom this Wednesday and every Wednesday only on WBOK. What New Orleans is talking about.
Well, Saints of God, this is Pastor David Impartan Sr. coming to you over the airways of WBOK, your favorite host of Change Your Water, Change Your Mind. I want to invite you to our show every Saturday from 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock p.m. That's Change Your Water, Change Your Mind. I want you to invite your family and friends to a broadcast that's designed to change your life, the way you think, the way you act, and what you eat. We want you to tune in every Saturday at 1 o'clock, WBOK, 12:30 a.m. See you on Saturday.
You're on the Front Porch with WBOK 1230 AM.
Welcome back to the Front Porch here on WBOK. What we're talking about all day long. I'm your host, Kimber White Dupree, and on the other side of the glass is Jared. On this Free Your Mind Friday, if you got something on your mind, you want to get it off your chest, give us a call, 504-582-9422. And good morning to Tamara Prosper. Don't mind Josh. We do this all the time. It is just fine. Josh and I, he's like a sibling. You know, we're family and we're going to rib. So, yeah, that's what we do over here. Is to be honest with you, as much as he picks with me, when people come into the chat picking with me, he's the first to set things straight. So don't take any of that personally on my behalf. It is all fun and games. I promise. We all family here. But yeah, July 31st. Like, I feel like July felt like it had somewhere to go or something. Like it was late for something, because it was Essence and now it's August tomorrow. That is crazy. Am I the only one that's feeling like that? It was like, yeah, I guess July really had some things that it needed to do. That is insane. You said you cannot wait until Lucille moves CJ into her house. You know what? I'll take it at this point. It is fine. It is fine. This weekend is going to be crazy busy with a lot of good things. I've been seeing online there are a lot of different giveaways for school supplies still. They're having some mental health conversations for our community. As Josh mentioned, you know, a lot of people are silently suffering, and we don't always know what depression and or ideation, suicidal thoughts look like. So for real, check on your friends, and it don't necessarily have to be your strong friends, because the people who you view as strong aren't necessarily they don't see themselves as such. So by all means, check in with your family, check in with your friends, check in with somebody you haven't talked to in a little while. Not because you didn't want to talk to them, but you know, y'all fell off communication because life got busy. But if you know that somebody has experienced loss, and that loss thing is weird. My mom has been gone since 2012. That's 14 years. My dad, in November 3rd, will make 4 years since he passed. And sometimes things are cool, and then sometimes they aren't. You know, so check in with people. Check in with people who are having struggles with their kids. A lot of people are not adjusting to sending their kids off to their next place, because it doesn't necessarily have to be that they're going off to college. Some parents are struggling with the fact that their kids are going from elementary school to middle school. Some from middle school to high school, and parents are having problems with with those thoughts. Oh, and while I'm thinking about it, this is something for y'all to consider. If you know somebody who works for the government, for the federal government, and or is in the military, I got some information that I'd like to share with you. I'm not going to put it in the comments or put it in the chat. You actually can text me on my, I'm gonna look for it from another number. You can text me and I'll send it to you. I don't want to put it on air, or I don't even want to put it on my social media, because I don't want to overwhelm the system with people who are not even eligible. So when we get back from this break, I'm going to share the number that you can text me, and I'll flip you back the text so that you can get something for your students, grades K through 12, and even in college for assistance. And the number here is 504-582-9422, because it's Free Your Mind Friday. But we're going to take this break. You listen to the Front Porch here on WBOK, what New Orleans is talking about all day long.
From the campus of Xavier University, WBOK Go and Equity Media Station.
I'm Bree Wood with BIN News Now. I'm here on the ground at the National Urban League Conference in Nashville, Tennessee, and the families of 3 Black teens whose deaths remain surrounded by questions gathered on Thursday to demand answers. President of the National Urban League, Mark Morial.
When families face the challenge of a non-responsive criminal justice system, we must stand with these families.
Joined by civil rights attorney Ben Crump, the families of Nolan Wells, Daniel Irving, and Tyler Smith are calling for accountability as investigations into the cases continue. And Ohio Governor Mike DeWine is criticizing plans to deport Haitian migrants as temporary protected status protections are expired. DeWine says the move could harm Ohio's economy and put families at risk. Get BIN News now on demand 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app.
You're on the Front Porch with WBOK 1230 AM.
Welcome back to the Front Porch here on WBOK. What New Orleans is talking about all day long. I'm your host, Kimber White Dupree, and on the other side of the glass is Jared. And it is Free Your Mind Friday. If you got something on your mind, you want to get it off your chest, give us a call, 504-582-9422. And I got some things that I did want to talk about. One in particular I kind of stayed away from because I tend to be heavy-handed or heavy-leaning in my critique of most things. But in this particular case, I've had a little chance to like kind of get some information, and I want y'all to weigh in on it. So I don't know if you all heard that there were about 502 students who were unenrolled from Howard University. Yeah, it was 502 students, first-time college students were dropped weeks before, like a few days before the fall semester was supposed to start, and that was for missing financial aid and remote and enrollment applications. Since then, I want to say maybe like 200 or so students have been readmitted because they did have funding that was on its way. Um, and for those of you who have college students, a lot of the monies that you need for college don't really get deposited into your school until you have a verification form that is completed by your university, like after classes have started. And I, as a parent, I know that there are deposits that have to be made before you actually get your seat held. And so Howard has a requirement of deposits that total about $800 per student, and that is $800 times 502 students that were unenrolled, and that money is non-refundable. And again, for me as a parent, that's a problem for me. So that's $800 times $502. That money that they don't necessarily have to return. That was an issue. And then housing has been an issue at Clark. I mean, not at Clark, at Howard for, I want to say, the last few years. And it's not just specific to Howard, but a lot of the HBCUs lost a lot of funding when Trump got in office the last time. And of course, with the reduction in DEI and anything that's related to ethnic or racial equity, he's done away with those programs, which also decreases the amount of money that HBCUs have. So I struggle with the idea of, I mean, oh well, about 500 kids being unenrolled, because that was a traumatic situation that even if you did re-enroll me, and I don't want to go no more. And you know, moves like that, strategic. And I know people get really sensitive about hearing negative things about their school. I am not a Howard alum. I graduated from Southern University at New Orleans. I attended Dillard University, formerly Straight College, and I graduated from right here, Xavier University of Louisiana. Again, sending me so far away from home, that's a stretch in and of itself. But then to unenroll me and put me in jeopardy of not having somewhere to stay because of housing is unacceptable. I mean, it is unacceptable. And with the fact that Howard has been in the news with some financial irregulations, because I think it was one of the people that worked in financial aid that walked away with a large chunk of Howard's money, or rather the students' money. This just definitely was not a good look. But I want y'all's view on that, or how y'all feel about it. But that wasn't okay. And that's me speaking as a parent. That I don't know so well that I would be able to handle that my kid get unenrolled while I'm here and they're there. That's a lot. And so for 200 some odd kids being able to be re-enrolled, that's still not enough. It's still not enough. 504-582-9422. Hello, Chuck Hunt.
Hello, good morning. I'm just chiming in on what you're talking about. Yeah, I saw the news about that, and I'm not a parent or anything, but it kind of got to me too, because I could have been one of those students as well. And I don't like what I'm seeing on social media up there dragging those young people, talking about, oh, they should have known, they should have gotten in, they had a deadline, they were going and just riding them like that. I've been in situations like that, and I don't. And that's not a great feeling, and having someone going talking at them like that. No, I don't like that either. Like, I'm not a parent, but you know what I like Kimber, what's going on? The only public institution in Washington D.C. is reaching out to those students. They want to come. The University of District of Columbia is reaching out, and also. Your brother,
yes.
your
Governor
husband's
Westmore.
brother, Governor Westmore
has said, listen, the babies don't have a seat over there. We got a place for them here. And I appreciate that. I appreciate that, because that's not very far.
Not very far, yeah. Right,
Maryland is not very
DMV.
far. But the fact that we had to do this is insane. That's just a lot for me.
Yeah, you're right. And I've been on Howard's campus one time. We went in 1996. That was back when my mother went to AKA's Boulay.
Mm-hmm.
And in Baltimore, and she had a break, and went over some friends of ours. A guy, by the way, he's retired band director at Howard University. He's from right here in the area, from Rayville, Louisiana. He's a graduate of Southern University of Baton Rouge, played in the band down there. And he and his wife is a graduate, Graham, and she's from my father's hometown of Tallulah. He's from Rayville. And she worked at Morgan State. That's where he used to be band director at Morgan State before he came to Howard.
Okay.
And he's retired now. John Newsom. I call his name. Yeah, John Newsom. And the people know him. And he took us around and went on that campus. Mom wanted to see the chapel where the sorority started, and got a chance to see that. And but I started looking at the campus, and I started thinking about things. I started looking at even the football stadium. I looked at it, at a lot of people. There are a lot of high school stadiums that are larger than that stadium, that look better than that stadium. And I looked at the things with the facilities around it. There are things that just doesn't add up to costing, what they cost, $50,000 a year to go, if I stand corrected.
I'm not exactly sure the cost, but I know it is high. Let me see what the average cost, what the cost of tuition at Howard is. But either way, it's like one of those black elite things that it's become,
it is.
Because the people whose parents have the money, they're like, well, why you don't have it? And the reality is we still have first generation college students. So yeah, everybody ain't got it. And the dismissive nature with which they spoke about and to those kids was a lot.
I didn't care for their president. He's the interim president. He's back. He's a medical doctor, Dr. Wayne A.I. Frederick. A.I. Frederick.
Not A.I.
Dr. Frederick. Yeah, Dr. Wayne A.I. Frederick. He's from Trinidad, I believe. He's a graduate of Howard. He's giving his story and all that. And that's all great, but and you're right. I see the bourgeoisie and all this. I look at things like Howard, Morehouse, and Spelman.
But you really don't get. I really haven't heard a whole lot of those kinds of things at Spelman and or Morehouse, and that. Yeah, matter of fact, I have a student that I taught in third grade who is I'm going to surprise him next week.
Okay.
I haven't heard a whole lot of things about Spelman and Clark Atlanta. It's pricey for sure,
Clark Atlanta.
But I haven't heard.
I
haven't heard like the dismissive way that they are speaking to and about these kids. And again, I don't like people talking about my institutions, but a hit dog is gonna always holler. If you did it,
just like
fix
Graham.
It.
When Graham had his problems, one thing about it, my folks went to Graham, but they were not happy about what was going on. They didn't act like that when they were having problems. By the way, today's your sorority sister's 80th birthday, my mother.
Happy
I've got to put that out there.
birthday, Mrs.
Yes.
Hunt. We were trying to figure out whose birthday because you said somebody's 80th birthday and it was like who? We were asking whose birthday. But happy birthday
my
to
mother.
your mom.
Oh yes, and like I said, she got a chance to see Howard's campus, and got a chance to see the chapel where your sorority started. It had a stained glass window there, and at that chapel, and and I look at the campuses. You know, there are a lot of what happened. A lot of, like I said, those well-known, celebrities go there, and those well-known people around there, and people want that experience. But the thing about it is worth the cost going there? And that's I always have to ask that question. Dr. Greg Carr, who's a professor there. He's on Roland Martin Unfiltered. He talked about it himself. He said what has happened, those jobs that people with communications, they've been outsourcing, and in place of it is AI. He put it out there. Yes.
Like I said, the unfortunate thing about it again, like I know that I know we all have a desire to live well and to do or feel as if we have arrived, but some of us is taking it to the point that we look at Black people and Blackness and the Black idea or the Black experience as being less than. So after we acquire the money and the access, we go put our kids by other cultures and other people because the thought is that it's better, and it's absolutely not better. And I wish that we would get to the point that we stop looking outside of our community for the measurement of greatness. Like we are the people with which we set the standard, but we keep throwing the standard away by looking back at other people going, well, that culture does this, or that culture does that. And to be honest, what is their culture? Because we only got whiteness by law in 1948. And if that is, since that is a fact, what culture is that other than elitism, how to be savages, how to hurt people? Is that the culture that we really want to mimic? And a lot of us in the Black community have to unlearn this anti-Black behavior. And I know somebody rolling their eyes as I say this right now, but yes, we have a lot of anti-Blackness that we have not addressed.
Oh yes, and you know what happened? You have Howard with this situation. Then you have the dress code situation going on with Tuskegee,
which is so stupid. We have other stuff to be concerned with. And yes, these children will learn, or these young adults, because they're not children. I got to stop calling them kids. These young adults are going to learn, they're going to learn policies. They're going to learn that there are rules. But the way the way that they're using this language about like what's better than the next, and we got to do better than this. And we are not preparing and or protecting. These are coachable times. These are coachable experiences. Not the time to embarrass. Not the time to beat your chest and say you were a young person ages ago. So shut up talking to me. Learn how to communicate with young people and stop talking at them. And in my opinion, that was a lot of berating and unnecessary adversarial creation. But I know people like that belong to organizations that I belong to, and I think the same thing of them as well when they say that.
My mother said you all think alike about that, and that's why I'm not into any organizations or anything, because I know growing up I was bullied growing up, and I look at those young people trying to get into Howard and how they've been talking about it on social media, and that does something to me. Like I said, I'm not a parent, but it does to me. I know about being bullied and this kind of thing.
And that's what it is. It's bullying. It is flat out bullying. And I know that some of our elders will look at things and go, well, they gotta learn, and if you want them to learn a lesson, like in all actuality, do you think this is the best way to teach them? In my opinion, what they're going to do is roll their eyes and then figure out another way. And then when they start supporting HBCUs that are already underfunded and they have to close, you'll be pulled up, politically correct according to white people, and you won't have your institution. And I need us to get beyond that.
Oh, yes. And you know what? It'd be great if, and I can imagine Suno is reaching out to him as well. I can imagine someone like Dr. Ashante Wyatt reaching out to him and say, hey, come on down here. I can just imagine, and yourself as well. Yes.
Absolutely. As one of the trappings of colonialism and elitism, all of these things All of these things has to do with the application of white supremacy. And as soon as the anti-blackness and anti-black people in our community recognize how their willingness to trot out other people within our community as hold them up as examples and figure out how to actually include them in on the conversation and work with them, we're never going to move forward, and we're going to keep getting this kind of stupidity while we're already fighting people outside of our community. We got to get better at that.
Look at these board of trustees. Look at who are on there. These people that are on those trustees, they're put there by these people like governors of these states. They put there by the people that think their way. Just like I talk about. I'm not picking at Florida A&M.
Yeah,
any
Florida
of them.
A&M. The MAGA. Yeah, I know exactly who you're talking about.
Oh yeah, and by the way, she's a sorority sister.
Again,
but that's a different story.
No, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you, Chuck. There are a lot of people that belong to a lot of predominantly black organizations that are completely anti-black. She ain't the only one. We got plenty of them, and so do the other organizations.
Oh yes, and I know you have a lot to get to, but that's what happened. And like at Howard was built as the kind of people they've had there through the years. Had the kind of they've been affiliated with a lot of people that think the way of like MAGA, like Republicans and all that with that conservative thinking. That goes back. Read about Mordecai Johnson. I found about how he treated one of your founders when she was working at Howard. I'll give it to you when we get off of here. I'll send it to you. Okay. Mordecai Johnson, he was not a nice person. They celebrate him, but yes.
Yeah, we have some unlearning to do, and at some point or another, we'll start pulling each other's coattails. But right now, many of us who have all of the accoutrement and the fleur de lure of life, they chickens. They will not ruffle other people's feathers because they don't want to be uncomfortable. They don't want to lose their station. At the end of it all, the people we're fighting against still looking at them like, the word that we're not supposed to say on the radio. But
wine, cheese, crackers, and Grey Poupon. That's what they living off of. And you see that, like you said, the bourgeoisie. People in the slang term said bougie.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for that, Chuck. We got to take
you have a great weekend.
All right, you too.
All right.
Talk to you later. Bye-bye.
All right.
You're listening to The Front Porch here on WBOK. It's what New Orleans is talking about all day long.
Hey everybody, it's Graylin Bryant Banks
and Kimber White Dupree
from The Front Porch.
Some convos are too good to miss. Now you can pull up a chair to The Front Porch anytime.
Just search WBOK Media and subscribe to The Front Porch Podcast.
Download, share, and hit us with a 5-star rating because New Orleans culture deserves to be heard loud and clear.
Good Friday morning. I'm Daryl Forges with WDSU News, and here's your headlines. The New Orleans City Council is looking at what changes to make to the Sewage and Water Board. It comes as they'll gain authority over the embattled utility at midnight. At a committee meeting on Thursday, they voted to require the board to provide an annual emergency preparedness plan and a 5-year forecast of projects. In a separate item, the committee voted to direct the board to look into whether the utility needs both an executive director and a superintendent. The council is also requesting an audit of the utility's finances. All of these items will now have to be approved by the full council and will be on the agenda for the meeting next week. Several laws are set to take effect tomorrow, from balloon bans to owning in on hazing and banning debit card fees. Act 196 bans the outdoor release of balloons during memorials, celebrations, and other events. The Caleb Wilson Hazing Prevention Act puts in place mandatory annual training, reporting tools, and stiffer penalties. It comes after the hazing death of Southern student Caleb Wilson, and Act 751 bans retail businesses from imposing surcharges on purchases made with debit cards. A company that tracks defendants' release from jail says it's pulling out of Orleans Parish. The Assured Supervision Accountability Program says it could begin removing ankle monitors tomorrow, blaming a breakdown with criminal court judges. The company sent a letter to the city saying judges will need to hold hearings and decide whether each defendant should be moved to another provider given new bond conditions or returned to custody. I'm Daryl Forges, and that's your headlines for WBOK. Have a great
AURN News.
I'm Jamie Jackson. Did you know that August is National Black Business Month? It is a time to recognize the impact of Black businesses and Black entrepreneurs across the country. By the numbers, that impact is significant. There are more than 3 million Black-owned businesses in the United States, generating an estimated $200 billion in combined annual revenue. National Black Business Month started in 2004. It was founded by John William Templeton and Frederick E. Jordan with the goal of encouraging, supporting, and highlighting Black businesses. Do your part by shopping Black and local, supporting Black-owned entrepreneurs, and raising awareness about the challenges Black businesses continue to face. And that support is even more important today. DEI programs, grants, and initiatives continue to be dismantled and destroyed by President Donald Trump and his administration. For AURN News, I'm Jamie Jackson.
Calling all Gerttown community members. Join us Sunday, August 2nd, 1 to 4 p.m. at Xavier University's University Center, 1 Drexel Drive on the 2nd floor. Come enjoy gumbo, desserts, beverages, finger foods, raffles, and activities for the kids. You will also have the opportunity to share your thoughts about food access in Gerttown. We hope to see you there.
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You've still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight illnesses like pneumococcal pneumonia and RSV. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and can help protect you from getting really sick. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. See more at PfizerForAll.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Whether it's help with hormone therapy, weight management, or sexual health, every woman should have access to affordable prescription medication and personalized care that understands the whole woman. Join me, Dr. Doug Lucas, clinical lead of hormone optimization and longevity at LifeMD, along with other leading experts on the podcast Here's Something Good on Women's Health and Longevity. To learn more, go to lifemd.com.
This is Andronika Morris, host of Put Housing First. Join us every Tuesday at 12 o'clock, where we will discuss how housing affects every aspect of our lives and what's necessary, what's needed to guarantee housing for all. Join us every Tuesday at 12 o'clock as we dig down deep onto the issues that affect all of us.
Hey New Orleans, it's Doc Griggs. I'm back here at WBOK. Join us on Thursdays from 12 to 1 p.m. for Doc Talk and Get Checked, Get Fit, Get Moving, where you'll learn everything to keep you and your family healthy. Doc Talking here on WBOK, 12:30 a.m. It's a new day at WBOK.
Did you hear the news? Dr. Clark's 101, The Living Classroom, has a new time. Catch us now every Wednesday at noon. Same program, same great conversations. Just a new time. So catch Dr. Clark's 101, The Living Classroom this Wednesday and every Wednesday only on WBOK. What New Orleans is talking about.
Making a difference in the community. WBOK 1230 AM. You're on the front porch with WBOK 1230 AM.
Welcome back to the Front Porch here on WBOK. What New Orleans is talking about all day long. I'm your host, Kimber White Dupree, and on the other side of the glass is Jared on this Free Your Mind Friday. How y'all doing? And if you got something on your mind, want to get it off your chest, give us a call, 504-582-9422. Yeah, man, this whole Howard University thing is strange. And then, like, the last few days, we've been having arguments about dress code and whatnot. We can't even get the babies in school. Y'all worried about the bonnets and the do-rags? Go to hell. And again, I do understand. I understand appropriateness. I also understand decorum. I was raised by an Aries woman and a Libra man. My daddy was definitely about aesthetics. Oh yeah, y'all. Say hi to my dad. I got his candle going this morning. Anyway, I understand all of that, but I also know that a lot of the things that we've done historically were to present to white people and white institutions to say that we too are appropriate to be assimilated into your stuff, into your schools, into your organizations, all of that. And at the end of it all, they still don't see it for us. Now, that's as a whole, not individually, as a whole. They don't see it for us. Even for those of us who rise in the financial status, they still don't see it for us. You know, they may entertain us, but they still call us, what, behind our backs. They still don't see that. They don't see our humanness. And, it is why we're seeing what's going on with Nolan Marshall. And I think I'm not Nolan Marshall, Nolan Wells. I think I'm going to go there, Jared. That's part of the reason they don't see our humanity. And we keep trying to get their attention and say, no, look, we're okay. We're good. We're beyond good. We're great. And trying to prove to people who are never going to accept us, why do we keep asking them? That's just is counterproductive, and it is a waste of time. And like, as a person who, if I ask you twice and you don't do it, me asking you again is like begging. And at this point, y'all been begging for over 50 years. When is it gonna be enough? When is it gonna be enough? And when are you going to activate to fight them on one end, but also assure and reinforce and take care of people in our communities without their gaze? It's weird. It's very odd. You got that clip going? Here we go.
This is exactly what happens. Someone from Gulf Shores, Mississippi, a black person will say, this is a racist community. I've experienced racism, and this circumstance is triggering me in a racial way. And a non-black person will say, I'm from there and it's not racial at all. And I'm like, well, yeah, it's not racial because you're wearing the wrong uniform to experience it. So two things can be true at the same time. My lived experience is that it is very racial in that particular area. Your lived experience is it's not, because you don't have the history and you don't have the uniform that I have that brings those things about. So we have to start understanding that two things can be accurate at the same time. What ends up happening, the black person voices things from their perspective and the non-black person calls them wrong. And once that happens, we feel, and it's so clear, once that happens, we're now gaslit. And when any human being is gaslit, they start defending their positionality because their literal psyche is at risk. When you gaslight me, I either have to defend my psyche or feel crazy. Those are the only two options. So when you gaslight me and tell me there is no racism in Mississippi, I either have to go, oh, wow, I must be crazy then, because I thought there was. Or I have to come back at you and say, yes, there is. Here's the mountain of evidence for that to be true. Instead, I want the non-black person to humble themselves and say, maybe someone else had a lived experience that is different from mine, but equally valid. And we are not good at doing that. And the non-black community is historically not good at doing that when listening to black voices.
So not just with black and non-black people, with men and women, this happens more so than not. I'm telling you what I'm experiencing as a woman, and as a man, you're going to mansplain to me about why my experience is not valid. That is infuriating. Gaslighting makes me want to fight people because I'm telling you what I'm experiencing, and you're telling me that what I'm experiencing is not a thing. Crazy. It is insane. And it's a round and round and round conversation that we keep having. And then for me to give you evidence of something that I have experienced, and if you're not a person who communicates well verbally, it's even more infuriating because you're trying to express yourself and you can't get it out. And those people are reaffirming themselves and saying, see, I was right. That's not what you're experiencing. I hate that. And it's happened to me more than once. I am usually the person who sounds the alarm about people who are unsafe. And I tell people, hey, this person is going to be a detriment to us because of these factors. Okay? Well, let's get some historical data, or let's watch and see what's going to happen. And then they do something that I predicted was going to happen. And then you're like, oh my God, I can't believe this happened. I literally told you this was going to happen. And then you want me to help you clean it up once it's blown up in your face. No, absolutely not. And that's how I'm assuming that the 92% here in the United States, we voted. We voted to not have a fascist in office. We voted for people to have health care. We voted for people to get, to be able to afford housing. And here we are now. Health care is being cut. Funding to colleges cut. Continuing to be diminished. Systems that were put in place to go in the direction of equity because we hadn't reached it. And here they're being dismantled. And it's like, oh man, this is messed up. You don't say. We told you so. And so as we're having these conversations with people outside our community, listen, I told y'all I got 3 white girlfriends. And I'm open to other friends outside of the black community. But one thing we not going to do is see somebody pissing outside and calling it rain. Like, we're just not going to do that. And yes, it's going to require uncomfortable conversations. I'm cool with that. Uncomfortableness doesn't make me upset. It's when you're trying to tell me that what I am seeing is not what I'm seeing. When you're telling me that what I'm experiencing is not what I'm experiencing. If you're going to describe to me what I'm living, then matter of fact, let's go. Let me remove this soul from this vessel. You live this and tell me how you feel. Don't wait till a situation happens to you and you go, well, you were right. Go to hell. Like, quickly. Matter of fact, let me set you on fire right now. Because, like, for real, being specifically and on purpose obtuse, meaning that you hear what I'm saying, but you give me, man, kick rocks. And we really got to do a better job of having flat talks. I told somebody recently that I'm not a good liar, because I'm not a good liar. I'm not. I'm not going to remember the lie. The lie is going to be so fantastical by the time I finish adding all the details, because I'm trying to make you believe something that I know for a fact didn't happen. I just rather be quiet. And for people who intentionally spin information, not because it's right, but because it's comfortable, yeah, I hope y'all go sit on an ant pile with sugar on your body. Anyway, y'all, we're going to take this break. You listen to the Front Porch here on WBOK. It's what New Orleans is talking about all day long.
This is your news update for WBOK from WDSU. For all your news and weather, watch WDSU News, New Orleans' leader in live, local, late-breaking news. Today at noon and 4 p.m.
Another heat advisory is in effect today. Highs reach 92 to 95, filling up to 110 degrees. A few stray showers are possible throughout the day, but less than half of us will see rain. Tonight, lows fall to 74 to 80 degrees. A few stray showers possible Saturday with highs 92 to 94, but again, Saturday mostly staying dry. For Sunday, though, much better chance for rain, especially in the morning. For the WDSU First Warning Weather Center, I'm Raven Richard.
That's right. It's party time each and every Sunday night at 7 p.m. on WBOK. It's the Throwback Throwdown with DJ Wick as he brings you the best in old school from the 70s, 80s, 90s, and the early 2Ks. Plus, the party goes to another level at 9 p.m. with the Throwback Throwdown Party Mix to round out the night. It's the Throwback Throwdown Sunday nights at 7 p.m. on WBOK and on the World Wide Web at WBOK1230.com.
You're on the Front Porch with WBOK 1230 AM.
second line. Do that second line. Do it one more time. It's your last chance to dance. Last chance to dance. It's your last chance to dance. It's your last chance to dance. It's your last chance to dance. Last chance to dance. Do that second line. 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 Do it one more time.
Welcome back to the Front Porch here on WBOK. What New Orleans is talking about all day long. I'm your host, Kimber White Dupree, and Jared is bringing us back with a little bit of. Is that the Treme brass band with the second with Uncle Benny? Was that the Treme brass band with Uncle Benny? Do the second line. What was that? I don't know what you're saying. Let's see.
Potholes.
Potholes.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Really cool song, and definitely a cool addition to the Free Your Mind Friday. But yeah. Thanks, Lori. The same people who didn't believe in Project 2025 or thinking that Project 2025 was only gonna happen to the non-whites, groceries high, ain't they? Groceries real high. And you know, what confuses me the most about the whole debate about whether or not Project 2025 was a real thing um is another conversation in people not believing fat meat greasy. Like, we literally showed you Project 2025 was a thing. Like, it was written. They had a white man attend. I think he went to HBCUs, or he studied um he studied African American history and the what it took to get um things in place for the black community so that he could dismantle it. And people just did not believe that. And here we are with the proof that we said it was coming, and no, it's not going to happen, and this is not going to be it. Like, what's the conversation now? You know, gas is high, groceries are high. The people who voted for Trump largely said that he was going to be better for the economy because he was a business person. Speaking of that, y'all, I saw Corey this weekend, and we didn't talk long. We did hug though. But yeah, the same people who were pushing for him to come because he was a good businessman, y'all didn't pay attention to how horrible of a business person he was. Like, how many times has he bankrupted businesses? And he had money given to him. The guy is a liar, and we all are liars as human beings. But he lies at the risk of everybody else's life, not his. And in addition to that, right now he has merged. Or there was a vote to merge our United States military with the Israeli military. What are we doing? Anybody feel silly now? And we think that 9/11 was bad, but we are pissing off a lot of people that I feel as if something might be coming to this country, like literally stateside, that we haven't experienced before. We have always gone into other places to fight war, but we haven't had a war here from outside sources since the Revolutionary War. So like we still look stupid. Like as a unit, we look dumb. And for like Chuck said, we have black people in our community who are Republican, who are MAGA, who align with those ideologies, and don't nobody have no gumption to say to these people, you can't sit with us because you not for us. I am that person. And, I'm comfortable with being disliked. But in most of these cases, these people think that we friends because nobody will check them on it. We gotta do a little better. We do. And the things that we pay attention to, like clothing, and again, I don't agree with, or at least I wasn't raised to wear bonnets and do rags and whatnot. My child does own a bonnet. I don't know that CJ ever had a do rag, but those are things that are inside the house. In my household, that's not me governing other people's house. And you know, holding on to traditions that aren't necessarily serving us, we gotta make some choices. And we also gotta identify with people who say they for us and they really don't do anything within our community unless it's something that they can be seen doing, something they can brag about being seen doing. Otherwise, they're not gonna make nothing shake for the people that are within our community. And we fighting too many different battles to allow that to continue to happen. We've got to do better. Yeah, all skin folk ain't kinfolk, and some of us will do us worse than people outside our community. I've seen that. I am currently experiencing a bit of that. And the long and the short, because of I guess my lack or my lack of desire and or need to identify with certain groups of people, because if you're good people, I want to be attached to you. If you're not good people, I don't want to be attached to you. But unfortunately, everybody doesn't have that look or that outlook when it comes to being judges of character. We want to be next to the shiny people, and that's dumb. It's very dumb. And the people who are looking to unite with people who don't look like us and they're not doing anything for us, we really have to start excommunicating those people from our midst, because if we're trying to get a movement moving, you got to get the people who are causing us issues out of the way. 504-582-9422. Hey, Pam. Hello.
Hey, baby.
Hey.
Did you hear about the United States is investigating a cyber attack on some water in the United States, on water?
No, I haven't heard about that. Who's investigating that?
Let me see. Let me see. It was I heard it on the news. It was the U.S. is investigating whether Iran hacked dozens of water systems. Let me see if I can find some more for you.
I don't believe it. I'm gonna be honest with you, Pam. If the government right now is saying that they're investigating Iran while also being in war with Iran while
That's what I'm
backing
saying.
Israel, yeah, I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
I mean, I could understand that Iran would attack us in that type of way, but since if they're behind these cyber attacks on water systems, it's in 7 different states, then I think Trump has something to do with what's being said.
Well,
to
he's
be honest with
controlling the media. There's like 2 or 3 families that own the media outlets, and that's who's reporting things favorably. But even with all the favorability of press that he or the lack of speaking to the things that he's doing in press, it's really not it's really not making the person who has a modicum of brain that's gonna buy it, and it's all gonna come out, and he's gonna go down as one of the most embarrassing presidents we've ever had.
Yeah, he's going straight down asshole.
Yes,
Because
absolutely.
that's all he is. And me and Honey was talking about it and everything else. I said, and see, look, guys, we have 97 days left to vote. I have said, if you need a ride to go vote, I will take you. I promise you I will come and get you, New Orleans people. Let's go vote and vote and vote. I will stand by you. I will hold water for you. I don't care if they tell me I can't. I'm going to be there by your side. You can call the radio station. They can get my number. I'll leave my number. I want people to vote. It matters.
Absolutely. And
I'm
no,
sorry,
no,
but
don't apologize. That was perfect. But we got to take this break, okay, Pam?
Okay, baby.
All right,
right,
talk to
sweetheart.
you soon.
All right.
You listen to the Front Porch here on WBOK, is what New Orleans is talking about all day long.
From the campus of Xavier University, WBOK Go and Equity Media Station.
I'm Bree Wood with BIN News Now. Southwest Airlines is facing boycott calls after a traveler was arrested by immigration agents at Denver International Airport. Ira Melman with the Federation for American Immigration Reform.
The administration is making it clear if you overstay your visa, you are going to be subject to enforcement just as somebody who crossed the border illegally.
The airline says the federal authorities already have access to passenger information through TSA screening. High blood pressure during pregnancy is rising sharply in Georgia, with new CDC data showing cases of gestational hypertension have increased 77% over the past 8 years. Health experts warn the trend is especially concerning as parts of the state continue to face severe shortages of maternal health specialists. And the American Red Cross has declared a national blood supply crisis as donations fall to a 4-year summer low. Officials say supplies of type O positive blood are critically low and are urging eligible donors to give. Get BIN News Now on demand 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app.
You're on the Front Porch with WBOK 1230 AM.
Welcome back to the Front Porch here on WBOK. What New Orleans is talking about all day long. I'm your host, Kimber White Dupree, and on the other side of the glass is Jared. And on this Free Your Mind Friday, we like good music, and I got somebody in studio who likes to play and mix good music. Good morning. Listen, I'm ready for that. I'm ready for all of those things. But we have DJ Raj Smooth, the greatest DJ in the world, in the studio. I don't know how many times you've been here since I've been here, but I know I call you a lot.
I don't know, once or twice a year.
Yeah, something like that. Something like that. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Trying to cap this summer off right.
Yeah,
It's
got
been
a
a long
birthday?
and a hot one. Yeah, we about to turn that corner.
Not
you
me.
know.
Not till next year.
Not. I didn't know you was that.
I'm 77. Yes. I would Tamika Bob. I think it's like one other person that was like just turning 17 when we graduated. But yeah.
How y'all got it? How y'all didn't get pushed to the next year? Oh, y'all was super smart.
My teachers were tired of me finishing my work and bothering the children around me. That shout out to Miss Lillian Smith. I love you. But yeah, I hadn't got on her nerves. She had me for first grade.
Where you was at for
at William France.
Okay.
William France Elementary, Ninth Ward.
Okay.
And the school that Ruby Bridges
all right.
And so my mom taught there, and the first year, well, my kindergarten year, I was with Miss Woods. I was just with Miss Woods for WD's homegoing last Saturday. But then my first grade year, budgets and funding, we talking about that right now. They started reducing class sizes. So the teacher that we had, they shifted her somewhere else. And then Miss Smith had first and second grade in her one class. Like she was teaching first and second grade, which is insane. They still have schools that do that too. And my mom was a teacher, so I was reading at 3. So we get through first grade, and when I finish my work, I go visit people. Everything I am now, I've always been. So I'm done. Like, what you doing? All right, well, let's talk about that. And when I got to second grade, I was back in Miss Smith's class again, and she was like,
"Oh no, not today, not today."
She was like, we're not doing this again. So I spent about a month in second grade, and then I went to third grade. And they tried it out at first to see if I could handle it, and then they were like, "Yeah, just she's not going back down there."
That's what's up.
Yeah.
That's what's up. We getting there. We all still holding on to our youth
as tightly,
as
knuckles all white, and trying to hold on to it because we've been out of high school over 30 years. That is insane. Like
out of Dillard for 25.
Yo. That's crazy. That is crazy. Put me back at 1331 in my uniform
I don't know.
when life was simpler.
Yeah, I be trying to tell my kids that now, like, yo, like, enjoy the freedom and lack of responsibility that you have, where you don't have to worry about, where your sustenance is coming from, and you can just sit on the game and watch your
And suck up the
shows.
free air
Free air
that somebody else
conditioning.
is paying for.
Fussing at them this morning about, yo, like, go turn the light off in your room, like, it costs money.
Yo, and we came from some comfortable living situations, we lived out New Orleans East, and for sure we had, our parents provided some pretty decent comforts. I was not in a rush to leave my parents' house. I did not. I stayed here for school, and I stayed at home because somebody else was footing the bill.
Facts.
I wish I could go back to that.
That's that generational wealth, and flexibility that I wish more folks were able to have. Where they didn't have to hop out in the streets and start providing for themselves, like, as soon as
immediately
they get a little taste of maturity. You know what I'm saying? So that, that was definitely a reason why I was able to, like, save up money and invest in equipment and just have times to work on my craft and my creative endeavors where, I could soak up their good air conditioning, practicing my mixing and my scratching.
Period. Period. And that matters. I think my parents and our parents provided an opportunity for us to also mature while not handling all of the responsibilities. Because, we still hung out with our friends. We did go to work, because I didn't move out of my parents' house until I got married. So I was at home. Listen, as long as you say I can stay here, I'm going to stay here. What are the rules again? What do I need to do to stay? Oh, just that? Okay, no problem. But I'm glad that now in my third generation, my kids, I don't have that idea. You turn 18, you got to go. And I wish more people within our community or just in general would stop kicking kids out at 18. You don't know nothing at 18.
Well, I think there was a lot of, a lot of folks that didn't necessarily have that, but it was kind of like that was the stigma of, once you 18, you got to get out. Even though as we've gotten older, we know that, like, 18, like, you still, like, not grown, like, you still a child.
You're an adult by law, but you can't drink. You can't get good insurance, car insurance, until you're 25.
Your brain ain't finished developing yet.
That part. And I hope that people start to pay attention more to. It used to be a thing because people had such large families. It was a matter of finance. Like, listen, you able to go hit a lick, you go do that. And you gotta go because I gotta feed the rest of your siblings. But now, for the most part, we're having nuclear families. We're not having very large families like that. And I don't see the need to send kids earlier than they need to.
Also, folks, was getting married a lot earlier, 15, 16, and it was just higher education, which isn't what it used to be, but wasn't even what it was then, was not as much of a thing, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, you had to get out there and hustle and get it for yourself, So I think, there's a lot of stuff that still kind of is on our heels just from, slave days. Like,
right.
We're still dealing with a lot of those economic issues and the trauma and the disenfranchisement. We've been having a lot of conversations lately, just as far as, like, people always ask me, like, what can the city and the new administration do for, like, the music industry and artists and stuff like that. And it really just kind of gets back to stuff that would help everybody, like just quality of living, you know what I'm saying? Like having an economy where folks can thrive and have their basic needs
met.
Yes. To where, folks ain't struggling, because when folks aren't struggling, then they can go out and, do other things and invest and pursue their creative ideas and not have to worry about, like, can I pay my rent this month?
Or is it? Am I gonna buy medicine or food?
Yo,
like that is real, and a lot of people were they kind of slept on his last two major elections. One, the presidential election, and the gubernatorial election. Boy, that broke my heart for people not to show up, because it was a matter of people not showing up, and to blame it on other things is not so much that. I mean, the decline in numbers has been happening over time, but like a conversation of why the numbers are declining, I don't think we've gotten to the bottom of. But
people, I mean, a lot of people just feel hopeless about this stuff, and I have conversations like that whenever I can, when I hear folks around me with, kind of an apathy toward the voting process, and like, oh, it's not going to matter. And, in a barbershop, like having arguments like, yo, like, the person that we want to win, or that keeping the person that we don't want to win out of office, even though it might not work, still showing up and showing that people are willing to vote and having those numbers counted means a lot when it comes like to funds and people being willing to invest. Like if more people come out and they know there's a chance that, look, we have the population that's willing to vote, maybe we can actually put a candidate in and support them in a way that they could actually have a chance. But if like we don't even show up,
right,
then
so
they're gonna be like,
why
you know
do
what,
I even
it don't even make no sense. We can't even, we're not even gonna win or have a chance of winning, so we're not gonna waste that money, and we're gonna go support these other races. So like it's always important to have your voice heard, and even having a conversation about like you're not gonna get everything that you want,
right,
every time.
Because everybody who is voting, or everybody who are citizens in this country, we all come from varied backgrounds. The idea is that we're going to get a median, just like a class party. All right, raise your hand if you want cupcakes. Okay, what kind of cupcakes? You want chocolate cupcakes? You want red velvet? You want vanilla? All right, we'll take the vote. Whichever one gets the highest number, that's how it goes. But everybody participates. But on such a large scale, people forget that you got to show up. You got to show up. Now, some people don't know that you graduated, what's that, summa cum laude from the Dillard University.
I feel like you tell them that every time I come here.
I feel like it's necessary because, oftentimes kids have a dream of being athletes or being in the music industry. And it's like, yeah, but what if? Because it's not necessarily a guaranteed or an easy entry into being a DJ, being able to produce music. You have something that you could revert back to if it was necessary. So what is your degree in?
Mass comm and minor in business.
So then, like, you still would be able to go and manage and do other things.
I mean, I was already doing that before I got the Dillard, before I got my degrees. Like, even when we was at 35.
At 35, you were DJing a party.
I was DJing then, and also, like, I was managing. Like when we did Jazz Fest my sophomore year, I was doing all the advanced stuff and getting the tickets and make sure all our paperwork was filed so we can get paid. And, just coordinating logistics and all of that. So, education is very important, and the degrees are cool, but like I think it's more about getting the education, like the actual knowledge. Like I was having a conversation with one of my partners yesterday who, he's looking to get his bachelor's degree. He had got an associate's, but he's trying to go back in like business admin or business management. And, it's different, course load hours and all of that type of stuff like that. But I'm like, look, don't be so concerned about just the degree and the piece of paper. Like, look at the classes about what's going to actually
the stuff that's going to benefit you.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Because having the knowledge is a lot better than just having a piece of paper. Like, I don't know, for all my folks out there that's been keeping up with the mess with the whole, Dr. Bryant, quote unquote stuff. You know what I'm saying? But it's like,
we've talked about it.
Like just having a piece of paper is not going to help your quality of life and your journey. You know what I'm saying? But actually learning stuff. So, when I was, at 35, like, I just paid attention in class. When I got to Dillard, like I paid attention in class. Like, regardless of what the degree said, like I was learning stuff about, economics and corporate finance. And
in high school.
I'm talking about when I was at Dillard and I took corporate finance. Like I got tricked because I took finance and then
who was the professor? Your advisor said
he used to work for like Chevron or and I feel so horrible I can't remember.
That's okay. That's
he was,
okay.
He
We
was
got
a
a break.
great
You can
teacher.
think about it.
And he came from like the corporate world and was like, look, this is what it's like in the corporate world. And he was like, I really think you should take corporate finance next year. Had no reason to take it, but again, it was about the knowledge and it was about learning. And I learned a lot of great stuff about like how companies leverage themselves up and they get, borrowed debt. And all. Like I know I'm a DJ, like I'm trying to, be a rap superstar and all that type of stuff like that. But I'm sitting in class learning about company leverage and, how, folks actually pay for all this stuff. And I think that's what folks should pursue more, is just actual learning and understanding, so that you know about different things that you just never know what ways it's going to help you in life, but it helps you to make different decisions. It helps what you value, even with your successes, like, especially like in rap, it's a tried and true story. Folks get a deal and then blow all their money, and not realizing that you don't own all of this stuff. You quote unquote bought it, but like you either leasing it or you renting it, or even with a mortgage, like if you don't pay your mortgage, the bank come and take your house.
Real talk. We're gonna take this break though. Y'all listen to the Front Porch here on WBOK. Raj Move is hanging out. Stay with us. We're gonna see you on the other side of it.
Friday morning, I'm Daryl Forges with WDSU News, and here's your headlines. The New Orleans City Council is looking at what changes to make to the Sewage and Water Board. It comes as they'll gain authority over the embattled utility at midnight. At a committee meeting on Thursday, they voted to require the board to provide an annual emergency preparedness plan and a 5-year forecast of projects. And a separate item, the committee voted to direct the board to look into whether the utility needs both an executive director and a superintendent. The council is also requesting an audit of the utility's finances. All of these items will now have to be approved by the full council and will be on the agenda for the meeting next week. Several laws are set to take effect tomorrow, from balloon bans to owning in on hazing and banning debit card fees. Act 196 bans the outdoor release of balloons during memorials, celebrations, and other events. The Caleb Wilson Hazing Prevention Act puts in place mandatory annual training, reporting tools, and stiffer penalties. It comes after the hazing death of Southern student Caleb Wilson, and Act 751 bans retail businesses from imposing surcharges on purchases made with debit cards. A company that tracks defendants' release from jail says it's pulling out of Orleans Parish. The Assured Supervision Accountability Program says it could begin removing ankle monitors tomorrow, blaming a breakdown with criminal court judges. The company sent a letter to the city saying judges will need to hold hearings and decide whether each defendant should be moved to another provider given new bond conditions or returned to custody. I'm Daryl Forges, and that's your headlines for WBOK.
This week on The Way Forward, I'll be joined by a Divine Nine fraternity man who has researched the phenomenon, former members renouncing and denouncing their letters. Dr. Lyman Montgomery, founder of the Sacred Greeks movement, will join me for a conversation. Plus, good news, info you can use, and my Go Forward message. Join yours truly, Eddie Francis, Saturday at 3 p.m. on The Way Forward here on 1230 a.m. or streaming live at WBOK1230.com and the Play Ode app. On WBOK, what's New Orleans is talking about.
Calling all Gerttown community members. Join us Sunday, August 2nd, 1 to 4 p.m. at Xavier University's University Center, 1 Drexel Drive on the 2nd floor. Come enjoy gumbo, desserts, beverages, finger foods, raffles, and activities for the kids. You will also have the opportunity to share your thoughts about food access in Gerttown. We hope to see you there.
Climate Hope NOLA presents this month's climate keyword, adaptation. Climate adaptation means preparing our communities for stronger storms, hotter days, flooding, and rising water. That means planting trees, restoring wetlands, protecting homes, and helping families recover stronger after disasters. In New Orleans, resilience is part of who we are and how we survive. Learn more, stay informed, and take action with Climate Hope NOLA. Visit Team Hope NOLA on Instagram to learn more.
This is The Law in Your Legacy. I'm attorney Pete Hamilton.
I'm attorney Ryan Hamilton.
If you had $1 million, would you leave it to an 18-year-old?
Hopefully not, but that's exactly what can happen with a simple will. The money goes straight to your kids when they hit the legal age, no guardrails.
A trust lets you control when and how they receive their inheritance. You can set ages, milestones, or even make sure they finish school first.
Give them security, not a spending spree.
This is not legal advice. That's just a tip brought to you by Liberty Bank and Trust. For more information, go to libertybank.net or contact us at 504-915-5016.
Life Care provides valuable whole life insurance to cover final expenses such as medical bills, burial costs, and unpaid debt. A final expense insurance policy is fast, easy, affordable life insurance that's available to anyone between the ages of 50 and 80. No medical exams, no lengthy questionnaires, and no waiting period. The application process is quick and easy. You can even apply without having to undergo a medical examination. Just answer a few questions and we'll do the rest. With the average funeral cost skyrocketing to $11,000 and Social Security only paying $255, you need simple, affordable peace of mind for you and your whole family. Don't leave behind unpaid expenses that, if left unattended, will burden your family tremendously. Benefits include a guaranteed premium that will never increase, a guaranteed cash value, and a guaranteed death benefit that can never decrease. To find out how you can get final expense insurance with a guaranteed lifetime rate lock, call Life Care at 800-571-9955. That's 800-571-9955. 800-571-9955.
You're on the Front Porch with WBOK 1230 AM.
fasten your seatbelt, sit back and enjoy the ride. A city is waiting like nothing you've seen before. So take it all in, then keep coming on back for more. Hear the music that fills the streets, it's a wonderful sound. And see the smiles on the faces of everybody around. Rebirth plays at the Maple Leaf, Donna's got the hot eight. And new birth at Joe's Cozy Corner. Oh Lord, I can hardly wait, 'cause I gotta be in New Orleans where the brass bands play. I'll have some filet gumbo and some etouffee. I feel the Crescent City calling me today, because there ain't no doubt my heart and soul lives in New Orleans. It lives in New Orleans, yeah. Come on, walking on Jackson Square, my darling. Come take a walk with me. We'll take a stroll down Claiborne Street in the morning, down in New Orleans.
Welcome back to the Front Porch here on WBOK, what New Orleans is talking about all day long. I'm your host, Kimber White Dupree, and on the other side of the glass is Jared, and here still with us, the greatest DJ in the world, Raj Smooth. Listen,
What's up?
that mixtape you had with Fifth Ward Weeby, you had Wayne, you had Courtney
Hart.
Courtney Hart. That was our soundtrack from Marrero to Uptown. That's when I was teaching that baby Ben, like especially on Friday, loud, really, really loud. So thank you, and thank you. We're gonna take this call. We have Arani. You go on the phone. Good morning, Miss Wanda.
Good morning. Can y'all hear me?
Yes, we can. How you doing today?
Yeah, because I'm in the library, so I kind of got to be quiet.
Okay, that's fair. What's going on?
All right. Nah, I'm just calling because they got two Ron Eagles in the same class in the same space.
Yes, you got the valedictorian right here, and I just finished.
Girl, don't say that because I just finished too.
Yeah, I just finished. I did. I think I had like a merit scholar or something because of some extra classes I took, but I was definitely not interested in anything scholastic. I was having a good time at 35.
I was number 43 out of 310.
Oh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I may not have been that high. And we had a really big class.
Yeah, what, 336?
Yeah, we had a large class. So I don't know. As long as I met the requirements to stay on the cheerleading squad, in the choir, and on the modern dance team, everything was cool.
My daddy just told me graduate.
Yes.
But I wanted to let y'all know that I met Raj at Suno, but he was still at 35 because I knew his mom, Professor Holland.
I took her class. I took her class too.
But I did not know that Raj's dad was at Suno.
Yep. Right down the hall in the music department.
I did. And you couldn't have told me because Raj and his dad just to me don't look alike. But it was name association that got me to say, oh, this is his son. And I remember calling Raj a certain other nickname. I'm gonna leave it alone. It's not bad. I just don't know if he wants me to call it.
Because everybody don't know, and people be trying to use familiar names when they're not familiar.
Right. So I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah.
But
It's all right. I'm tall. I can take it.
I called her Tree.
Yeah, she called me Tree. Well, also part of that was because I used to have that. I don't know if you remember high school.
You had the hair.
But also I had that green cross colors jacket.
Yes.
that I wore for a season.
I remember that
Yeah.
too. But the hair,
Yeah, the hair
for
too.
sure. It was like sprouts at the top. I do recall. I still have my yearbook and many of the pictures, so I remember.
So I called it Tree, and it was supposed to be cute, but I'm so glad he could take it. Yeah, I'm so glad he could take it then. And I also, like with you saying you knew about finance, I appreciated studying law at SUNO to make sure that I wasn't breaking it.
I wish more people would take some investment of that, but we're going to have some people in those areas to come and share information because there's some knowledge that people just don't know. And there are some things that we were taught that there was a break in the information. Like for about a good 10 to 15 years, kids weren't getting civics and they weren't getting like full
Kimber.
American history. So, you
Kimber,
know,
let me
we're
correct you
going to
on
be
that.
sharing some more of that for sure.
And please let me know so that I could be a part of that, because I know y'all had Mr. Pickett, right?
No, I didn't have Mr. Pickett. You talking about for
Oh,
history?
y'all didn't have- And for civics. He was my civics teacher.
I had Miss Sanders / Theriot.
Miss Bozeman.
You had Miss Bozeman? Yeah. No, we had a shift change of teachers. Now the teachers that would have still been there when you were there, that even my parents had, were Miss Grace Jones, Miss Augustine, and I want to say Miss Kohler. They were all teaching. Miss Grace Jones was my dad's homeroom teacher.
Wow.
I tell you what, Miss Martha T. Taylor.
Miss Taylor was Miss Taylor too.
Yep, she was my geometry teacher, first class in the morning. I loved her. I did not love geometry. I'm just going to say.
But you made it through anyway.
And she helped me get there. And for all y'all who had WD, I only met him once. But he was so cool. He was cooler than an iceberg.
He was definitely that. He was definitely that. And Wodonka. That's what I got right
I only met him once. I really wish I had recorded that interview.
Yeah. But I think they have some media of him. Check with. I'll check. I'll let you know like which avenues to go to get some things on him.
Well, I still have that project I was working on when you saw me in the library that day. I'm still working on it. So hugs, and to Raj, who's a Leo like me, happy early birthday.
Thank you. Happy birthday to you too.
Well, thank you for calling and get back to it. All right, Wanda?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Later. Have a good one.
All right. Bye.
Yes, indeed. I love it when the Ronnie Eagles are paying attention. No, it takes for your mom to tell a story about how you used to ride your big wheel from one end of the campus to the next, or your like tricycle.
Yeah, I used to be in the hallway right there in the new science building, just back and forth.
That is hilarious.
I grew up on Suno's campus.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, like I know what it is like having, parents that's teachers and just seeing them share, and that if anything for the day is education and knowledge, like just sharing, seeing them share the knowledge freely. You know what I'm saying? Like if anybody had a question about anything, they were always down and willing to help and, pass on the knowledge to the next generation. And they didn't they didn't gatekeep on it, and I feel like I'm carrying that torch of trying to just pass on all the stuff that I've learned just to make the road for the people after me easier. You know what I'm saying? Because like all the folks that I asked for help, or some knowledge on some stuff that didn't necessarily want to help me out, it just kind of like made me angry a little because like I'm gonna still find it out. I'm gonna figure it out. You're just making it more difficult. You know what I'm saying? So like, why not just like help me out? I'm not trying to threaten you. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not trying to take your spot.
I'm not
like
trying
what's
to
for you?
It's room at the
It's
table
for you.
everybody to eat. That's
what I'm
the
saying?
thing.
Yeah.
Everybody can eat.
Everybody can eat, and figure out new ways to eat and like help you eat.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So like I've always taken that as a model of just behavior of just passing on the knowledge, just like sharing. Like I can't keep it all. It's not for me to keep it all. Like the only reason we've come as far as we have is because passing on the knowledge and keeping that lineage going. So
absolutely, and the collaborations just make it better, not worse.
Facts.
So with your birthday coming up, we got a birthday party of sorts and that is known as Smooth Fest.
Smooth Fest
It
here
is
too.
coming.
August 8th at the Broadside.
Yes, and
Yeah.
tickets are going fast.
I mean, we rolling. You know what I'm saying? The early birds, people still be like, man, I missed the early bird. I'm so mad, but I'm coming. So, it's going to be dope. Like, I just felt that we needed something for us, people of a certain era and generation when, we just, the parties was just a different animal than they are now. You know what I'm saying? So, like, we need something for us. So, like, leaning into that, 99 to 2000, when we was first hopping off the porch and getting into life. So, that's how we running it up again this year. I got 69 boys coming up from Miami.
Wow.
Come do a little something like, I got connected with them through Mia X.
Okay.
She had did a song with them and she had came recorded, her parts for it at my studio. And, I just thought that it would be dope, like they was, huge in the 90s.
Absolutely.
Like, Tootsie Roll and, Space Jam soundtrack, like all that, like, come on.
Listen, we talking about Riverboat Hallelujah. We talking about what's that? We called it City Lights. They call it
it's the Metro now.
The Metro now, but it was City Lights.
It was City
back
Lights.
back in the Gap. And man, I mean, good times. But the clothes. If we go back and look at some of those pictures, I mean, we would spend so much time putting a look together to just get sweaty. Because I mean, you be wet coming out of those parties.
Yeah, it was a good time, and we want to keep that alive. Like we could still have that feeling because I still get that feeling when I DJ.
Okay.
When folks are just having a good time, and I don't know that there's a lot of options for folks like us out there. So
we're like in the middle of hanging out with millennials and then hanging out with people who are in that range of like our parents, because we either going to the ballroom or we going to events with the kids. And like the Smooth Fest gives like for us to be within the same 10-year age group. We know the words to the song. You know what I'm saying? We're not just vibing to the beats. Like we know the words to the song. And in a lot of cases, we celebrate those artists because that was when rap was really, we're getting a lot of exposure worldwide from the city because we've been having rap artists. We've been having bounce artists for like ever, but for a long time, it was only regionally recognized and like for our city. But when everybody else caught on it, we had
we always had our own rap stars, and of course, like this year, like I'm doing my own set again and bringing out some New Orleans legends. Like last year, Manny Fresh came through and popped out, and had Raw Dizzy, Muggs, Mac, from No Limit, McKinley Phipps.
Shout out to
You
Mac.
ain't gotta say too much, You can't got how Sizzle got down, for Icy Girl, who's some other artists that I work with. So, this year I got some folks that I think our age group would be happy to see. Little surprise New Orleans legends coming through. Got the Brassaholics, they're gonna jam out. As always. Setting off, we got Maya Cole coming with the jazz bounce.
Okay.
Doing a little something different. A little grown folks vibe with the little beat on it. Go set it off.
It is a time. And also, like, you have been able to work with artists who now are taking flight. Like, you got Lareezy
He was on there last year.
Oh, my God. And the artist, ODD, she's been doing phenomenally as well. So, and 504 Icy Girl, she is a trip. I love her so much. She is so fun and funny. But, yeah, you've been able to push forth other artists as well on with the platform that you've had. I mean, you've been building this for almost 40 years.
Yeah, I started DJing at Livingston in like 89, 90. So
it's 26.
It's my fourth decade doing this.
Yeah.
I've been very blessed, very lucky to be able to continue following my dream. You know what I'm saying? That's because, like we said, like my parents supported me and they kicked me out the house and gave me freedom. My community, supported me, has always like come out, to help me to continue to be able to push forward this. And I'm trying to do the same, for the rest of the artists. Like every chance I've had to help somebody else get on, like I feel like I've taken advantage of that opportunity and, give people a leg up to do that.
And that's important. We need community to make sure that everybody is able to capitalize, but also sustain their lives. And like, this is an artistry in a city that we do music.
Yeah,
we do music, and that piece is really important. We're
It's
gonna take
career.
this. Yeah, we're gonna take this final break, y'all. You listen to the Front Porch here on WBOK. It's what New Orleans is talking about all day long.
This is your news update for WBOK from WDSU. For all your news and weather, watch WDSU News, New Orleans' leader in live, local, late-breaking news. Today at noon and 4 p.m.
Another heat advisory is in effect today. Highs reach 92 to 95, filling up to 110 degrees. A few stray showers are possible throughout the day, but less than half of us will see rain. Tonight, lows fall to 74 to 80 degrees. A few stray showers possible Saturday with highs 92 to 94, but again, Saturday mostly staying dry. For Sunday, though, much better chance for rain, especially in the morning. For the WDSU First Warning Weather Center, I'm Raven Richard.
On Auto Trends with JeffCars.com, here's a snippet of some of what we cover. GPS Pioneer Gladys West.
We worked long hours computing trajectory orbits and satellite orbits, trying to get the data and everything correct enough.
Auto Analyst Mark Bland.
14 new vehicle deals that happen in this country out of every 100 that women don't have a fingerprint on.
To tune in, check out Auto Trends with JeffCars.com, Saturdays at 4 p.m. on WBOK, what New Orleans is talking about.
It's off the top with Norman Robinson on WBOK 1230 AM.
In nearly 50 years of covering Louisiana's justice system, I have never witnessed the indictment of a sitting state attorney general by an Orleans Parish grand jury or by a grand jury in any other Louisiana parish. That was big news. Then came even bigger news. All of the charges were dropped by the special prosecutor assigned to oversee the case. Former Judge Lori White, the special prosecutor, says she dropped the indictment against State Attorney General Liz Murrill because New Orleans Mayor Helena Moreno and other city officials urged her to do so to ease tensions between the city and state. The mayor offered a peace sign asking Governor Jeff Landry to meet so they could resolve their differences. Landry said no, not until the city gets things in order. Requesting that the AG charges be dropped was another peace sign. Landry still said no, thank you. Landry and Murrill have no interest in being friends with New Orleans leaders. I understand not wanting to be friends with people who you think want you to be put behind bars for 80 years. The circumstances and the players are different, but what we have here is the latest chapter in a long history of the bruising political wars between the state and the city. It's not good for the city or the state. Who knows how this latest drama will play out? What matters is whether this legal grudge match helps citizens who want leaders who will improve their quality of life. Now, this unfortunate drama is damaging our state, our city, our judiciary, and our chances for more economic development. It boils down to this. It's a cartoon with characters bashing each other, and it's not funny. We deserve better. This is Norman Robinson. Off the top.
The New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Foundation is the nonprofit organization that owns the New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Festival presented by Shell. With the funds generated from Jazz Fest, the foundation invests in Louisiana communities through economic development, cultural enrichment, and free educational programs. To learn more about the New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Foundation, please visit us at www.jazzandheritage.org.
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You've still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight illnesses like pneumococcal pneumonia and RSV. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and can help protect you from getting really sick. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. See more at PfizerForAll.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Whether it's help with hormone therapy, weight management, or sexual health, every woman should have access to affordable prescription medication and personalized care that understands the whole woman. Join me Dr. Doug Lucas, clinical lead of hormone optimization and longevity at LifeMD, along with other leading experts on the podcast Here's Something Good on Women's Health and Longevity. To learn more, go to lifemd.com.
Did you hear the news? Dr. Clark's 101 The Living Classroom has a new time. Catch us now every Wednesday at noon. Same program, same great conversations. Just a new time. So catch Dr. Clark's 101 The Living Classroom this Wednesday and every Wednesday only on WBOK. What New Orleans is talking about.
You're on the Front Porch with WBOK 1230 AM.
What New Orleans is talking about all day long. I'm your host, Kimber White Dupree, and Jared is bringing us back with a good old Casanova. That's when you know the party is over. It's time for you to go home, and we almost there. We're still here with Raj Smooth. We're going to go ahead and take a call. I think if he's still holding. Hello, Will. Good morning.
Hey, good morning.
How are you?
I'm all right. What's going on, Rob?
What's that, baby? What's good?
Kimber?
Hey.
Nothing. I just wanted to make a plug. Y'all was talking real deep about stuff, but I wanted to plug my little nephew. He's an LSU graduate, and he's doing his little music thing, and I just wanted to shout him out.
What's the name?
To follow him. CO 34K.
PO34K?
CO 34K. Yep.
Okay.
CO34K.
So he really he doing this thing. He just need that boost. He been doing it since he was like 12.
For sure.
So he's really trying to get out there and do his little thing. But he doing it. He just LSU graduate. He just trying to, he need that boost.
That was up, man. Look, just tell him stick
man.
with it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a lot of small wins that make your career. You know, a lot of times folks feel like, oh, like I gotta get on and get the big deal. And like as quick as you get that big deal, as quick as it could disappear. You know what I'm saying? But being able to really like build up your fan base and build up just treating it like any business. You know what I'm saying? Like just gaining customers, gaining them fans, and just keep serving them, and expand. For sure.
Well, thank you for that, Will. Give his name one more time.
COK. I'm sorry. Damn.
That's okay.
CO34K.
034K.
There we go. Well, we got it. Thank you for that, Will.
Right. Thank you, man.
All right, later.
Y'all be good.
All right, you too. Have a good weekend. So, yes, tickets. Where can the people find Camden? Already Googled and found. She's coming.
For sure. Thank you, Cam. Appreciate that. But yeah, you can go on Eventbrite and search Smooth Fest. Also, if you want to go to smoothfestival.com. It's SMOOVE, not smooth.
Not
TH,
smooth.
smooth. SMOOVE festival.com. And then I'll take you to a link to be able to get tickets. And, if you want to find me on Instagram, I got a whole bunch of posts with links that'll get you to where you need to go. You can see how live it was last year. We was rocking.
We had a time.
It was a good time.
And the Front Porch was there. Graylin and I were in attendance. It was a good time. You had multiple things going on at the time. Polo Silk.
Yep. We got the little artist, our own little artist village popping.
Yes.
Polo Silk, Charlie V, B Mike's supposed to be doing like a little installation. Prosper Jones. It's gonna be fire. We got the dope vendors. Johnny's Jamaican food truck and Tangerine, Panchitas. It's gonna be dope in the VIP. We got Odd Spins. It's gonna be DJing as well as Big Cheese. And it's going on down on the main stage. We got Mike Cole, Brassaholics. My homie Kyle Alexander is gonna pop out and do a little something with Brassaholics, and then I'm gonna get on, and it's gonna be a time.
Yes, it's gonna be a time. We have a great time. There are seats, but don't be prepared to sit down. Just be prepared to get up and have you some Tylenol because you might need some later because it's that much dancing. Well, I want to thank you, DJ Raj Move, for stopping in and dropping some information and also sharing your experience and your willingness to help members of the community and also keeping them good music right here in New Orleans.
Yeah, we got to do that.
For sure. I want to thank you all for giving us 3 hours of your life that you will never get back, and also for engaging in a conversation. Remember to practice random acts of kindness and do something nice for somebody else because it's a nice thing to do. Take care of yourselves and each other. And Jared and I are going to see y'all on the flip. Bye.
Peace. Be good to each other.
Uh-huh.